Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. I appreciate you guys' insight on the defunding of the department. I hope people could take away and make their own formulate their own opinions based on the edification. Let's spin that wheel, man. Tiff, you ready? You spinning? All right. Oh no, sorry. CT spinning. My bad. You got next, Tiff. All right, go ahead.
Stop. Right.
It's gonna stop. Yeah.
There we go.
It just means when you spin, you speak first. That's basically what it is.
Awesome.
Enable discrimination.
I don't even want my face in this.
All right, let me read out.
How did the wheel know this is his favorite topic? The wheel knew.
CT, I'm gonna read it out, the excerpt, and then you could go in from there.
Absolutely.
Bring it up, YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Threatened by decades of progress in advancing civil rights and equality for all, the authors of Project 2025 want to create a country that allows for more discrimination, where we live, study, work, and play, and roll back hard-fought victories by our movements for progress.
All right, we're gonna read the first one on how they do it.
How they do it. Embolden racial discrimination in everything from housing to education to employment. Project 2025 purposes that the president should remove a key tool that the federal government used to reinforce civil rights protections.
So that would be the Civil Rights Act of 1964, Fair Housing Act, Title 9.
So let me read that. So essentially, here's a couple of things that would be rolled back. The disparate impact standard has long been used determining discrimination under Title 6 and Title 7 in Civil Rights Act of 1964 and Fair Housing Act of 1968. So these things would be under potential scrutiny and elimination. CT, what's your thoughts on this, man?
You could put me on. You could put me on the big screen for this one, and all I need is 1 minute.
Hold on, let me reset the clock, CT.
Yeah, you can reset it. You can do 30 seconds. I don't agree with that. I think it's bullshit. I challenge any black or anybody to call in and show me you living in a shipping container, a hovel. I bet every black person more than likely black person that will call in lives in a huge house, 4 to 5 bedrooms with running water, et cetera, et cetera. There is no such thing as housing discrimination in America. I challenge any black to call in right now. Any black, call in. Drop the StreamYard link. Call in. HAMP, you're a millionaire. Tiff, you look like you're well-to-do. I know Sean's well-to-do. I saw a condo or two. Let's be honest about it, Aaron. Yeah, let's be honest about it, man. Can somebody call in from their hovel or projects? Housing discrimination. Go ahead. Go. Come on. Show it. Go ahead.
What you got, Tiff? Tiff, you're killing me with these pregnant pauses. Come on.
He's killing me. I'm trying to. You told us be kind to be nice, so I'm gonna be kind and nice. I disagree with what you're saying. Do you feel? Let me ask you this: able-bodied people will say yes, put them out. But do you believe that maybe elders and or people that are unable to care for themselves could have some type of federal housing?
No. I know elders.
Not even somebody like you, like someone on the spectrum that literally cannot take care of themselves.
Ma'am, the question was about housing, right?
I asked you, I said, if we're taking the most extreme, would you be willing to give those people housing? And the able-bodied people, they have to earn their housing.
Ma'am, we live in America. There's no way.
Okay.
There's no way that elderly people.
I don't have anything else.
Jalen, do you want me to read the gray bubble?
All right, never mind.
Yeah, so for context, because I know this is very leftist
You want me to read it?
language.
I can't finish, but
Yeah,
whatever.
I need
All
you to
right,
read it.
so here, let me read this gray bubble for context. Courts have ruled that even without evidence of overt intentional discrimination, such results might suggest discrimination. The the doctrine of disparate impact could be ended. I can't see the left. You got to keep going back and forth. You zoomed in too far.
There you go.
Could be ended legislatively or at least narrowed through the regulatory process by a future administration.
This is in their own words from page 72 of Project 2025. So that's what they said.
Again, elderly people, you will never go to any major city and see elderly people on the streets. Let's be honest about it. You may see a crackhead or two, black, white, but that's a voluntary thing. Nigga or hunky get addicted to drugs. But there is no housing discrimination, Tiff. You look very comfortable right now in your home right now. So do you, Sean. So do you, Aaron. My parents, all of our parents are living in luxury right now. It's bullshit. This housing discrimination thing, redlining, all of that stuff has been bullshit. And I'll tell you something else about housing discrimination. I have people that I've known all my life. They have land in Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee that goes back 200 years. It's bullshit. These liberal whites have been lying to us. All of you niggas on this panel right now, respectfully, are rich right now. Let's be honest about it.
All right.
That's my answer, Hamp. That's my answer.
Okay.
God bless America. We are in the golden age.
Thanks, Sean.
Go ahead. Yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think the good brother Truth of the chaotic variety just said a whole bunch of nothing. Yeah, I think he said a whole bunch of nothing, bro. We're talking about civil rights in general. We're talking about rolling back things and chipping away things that were fought for, things that were put in place for a reason, making it easier to discriminate against people, making it easier to be a bigot or prejudice and things like that, rolling back protections for people. This is the problem, bro. Like when left to our own devices, humans, we can be pretty fucked up. You know what I'm saying? To some people, like whether that's, let's just say you don't like gay people or some shit like that. You could be like, man, I'm not renting to no goddamn chaotic. I mean, fantastic, call them brother fuckers. What if fantastic say it one more time?
Brother fuckers.
Right. So look, what if fantastic say, man, I'm not renting to no brother fuckers. You know what I'm saying? Now I get that should be his choice, but to what degree do we put safeguards or guardrails in place to keep us from being the worst versions of ourselves? Like, do you think that should matter? You know, like, what if I say, like, I'm not, like they call you a tether, like whether you're a tether or not, whatever the case may be. What if I say I'm not renting nothing or letting, people of African descent, direct Africans in my restaurant? Like, where does it stop? When does it become a slippery slope that you'd be like, you know what, that's fucked up?
Are you asking me?
Oh, yes.
I would go back to my homeland. There are 80 countries on the planet with people like you and I, beautiful black people. Yeah, beautiful black people. People that look like Hamp, pause, Tiff, pause, fantastic, pause, Aaron, and all of us. So what if they said, hey, you can't eat here, which they have never done. So what? I want to live around my own people. If these hunkies implemented, or if these Arabs implemented these draconian policies, motherfuck these people. I would love to live. Hey, man, give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to live around my own people, sir. So what if they implemented these policies? Okay.
You say you would go back to your homeland, right?
I would go to anywhere black people are in rulership and live amongst my own people, sir.
But
I
look,
don't give a
for
fuck
us,
about white people, to be
this
honest.
is our homeland. Like, why we got to
Okay,
get?
well,
Why
okay.
can't we just be
Let's say
fair
white.
and chase out of our homeland?
Let's say if white people, which are the dominant people here, said, "You niggas can't do nothing here." It's 80 countries on the planet. 80. 80. With people who are black. I would want to live around black people. And you know what? And I got the proof to put it. I
So
got
dig
proof.
this. Dig this, right? So dig what you're saying, right?
Sure.
So look, now you see that Buddy is saying, hey, bring the white South Africans over here. Ukrainians that just came here, cool, they can stay. So now we get ran out of United States. Now you see that he wants to annex a bunch of places. You also see that they're doing ethnic cleansing, and they want to get them people about their own crib in Palestine. So what would stop us from everywhere we go, them saying, you know what? No, on second thought, we want that too. So then what? So you gonna run forever? Like, so
it's
what,
1.3
billion slope end?
It's 1.3 billion of us. The Palestinians, I mean, you know, the Gaza, that's what 500,000 of them. I don't care about the Palestinians. Fight. As black people, man, we should fight. As a black man, hey man, we gangster, right? We'll pull up on each other. Let's pull up on these Arabs and these Asians. Fuck these white people, right? I love to live in a black country and protect. Hey man, if a nigga like HAMP, he became general, I'll fight under HAMP. A nigga like Aaron, who was 6'2", 6'3", he became general, I'll fight under him. 6'5", wow, I'll fight under him. Hey man, I'm not afraid of white people, man, to be honest with you. I don't give a fuck about white people, to be completely honest with you. Hey man, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm fucking crazy like that. Hey man, why not leave these motherfucking white people, man? So what if they had these draconian laws? Let's leave them. Here go this big ass nigga at the bottom of me. Fantastic, like 6'6". Hey man, we are fully capable of managing our own selves as black men. Let's make our own shit if they have these laws. Fuck these people. Fuck them. So fuck these people. Right? To be honest with you, I'm just be honest. Hey man, I'm a fucking racist to a degree. I love white achievement, but I'm also about black power too. Hey man, motherfuck these white people, man. It's 1.5 billion of our people. Man, you mean to tell me we can't create our own weapons and rockets? You mean to tell me we can't create our own nuclear weapons? And you mean to tell me we can't do this shit? Man, motherfuck their schools, motherfuck their cafes, man. Fuck these hunkies. We could build our own cars, right? Motherfuck these white people. That's just me. That's just me, bro.
That part I can agree with you on, not the leaving part.
I'm being honest with you. Fuck them.
Now look, let me ask you a quick question, just so I can get a point of reference. If you and your wife get into it, and she say, "Hey, chaotic," your real name probably Jeremy or some shit. Hey, Jeremy.
No, I have an African name, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a Nigerian name, bro.
Jeremy, go sleep on the couch. What you gonna do? You going to sleep on that couch?
No, I'm the master commander in my household, man. I don't sleep on no goddamn couch.
Well, why you ain't got the same mindset when it comes to this?
Bro,
this ain't these white people's country. This ain't their country. I'm not
bro,
gonna be
you're asking me a question. I'm giving you my answer. I don't fear these white people, man, or these whatever the fuck people. I'm telling you, man, black people, man. If these laws came to be, we got an entire continent that belongs to us. And truth be told, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the entire planet and everything surrounding it belongs to us. Hey man, these white people ain't got no power over me, man. Motherfuck these people, to be honest with you, man. I don't give a fuck about these white people, to be honest with you. Hey man, I don't have a problem with white people. I think what they people have done is incredible, man. But end of the day, man, we are the true gods of this planet, and every morsel belongs to us. I don't give a fuck about these whites or Arabs or Asians. I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. That's just me.
We could agree on that part.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, man.
All right, CT. All right, hush for a second, please.
Nah, I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro.
All right, man. Jesus Christ. All right, Mr. Fantastic. What you think about?
I'm telling you how I really feel about people, man. To be honest,
yeah, man. Don't drink no more root beer tonight, nigga. You gonna be salty as a
man. I'm gonna tell you, man. The black man, we're the true conquerors of this planet, not these fucking whites, man. Fuck them, man.
See, now you talking, man.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, you might be able to come back, but you got to pledge again. You got to pledge again, nigga. You going through that 8 weeks again. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure it's official, my nigga.
I'm just be honest with you, man. Like, yeah.
What's up, Mr. Fantastic? What you think, man? Damn, YouTube, you ain't update the scrolling banner.
Hyperbolic bullshit. Yeah, they're not taking none of that shit away, man. It's just strictly for to stop the DEI bullshit and the preferential or incentivized stuff for the exact opposite of what it's supposed to be for. So now you're just doing it in reverse. So instead of discriminating, you're elevating or you're concentrating. Again, this is why 1% of the population had all of these regulations, and they were able to have the entire fucking movement for the last 4 years, bro. So no, I don't. None of this stuff is gonna happen. None of this stuff is gonna go away. None of this stuff is gonna be rolled back or repealed.
But Mr. Fantastic, more importantly, what do you think about the fact that it's being at the very least leveraged to be being rolled back? Do you think that that's bad?
Well, no. Again, we're and before she died, I think what's her name tried to make the argument against it. What was it? Not Sandra Day O'Connor. What was the Supreme Court justice that died?
Ruth Bader
Ginsburg. Yeah. So before she died, the Supreme Court was hearing it, and they were, most of the justices was saying like, hey, America has progressed to a point as to where it's no longer a need for affirmative action like it was in the 60s. Again, this is where I started losing it with us, because they're gonna put you back in chains. Y'all niggas let the president say that shit and y'all took it serious. You going back in chains. What, nigga? And this motherfucker was a Strom Thurmond motherfucking pupil, bro. A motherfucker that was a Dixiecrat, a fucking raised and motherfucking trained Dixiecrat. So, bro, they not gonna start fucking slave auctions tomorrow. They not go motherfucking, get the nooses out. They not go wrangle up the horses. You free, nigga. All right, you free. Use free now, and you will always be free. So I just don't understand what it is. The housing shit and so on and so forth. You still have protections of it, and like I said, people win cases all the time, because even if you do those things, there's still going to be some sort of discrimination laws in place. So yeah, I don't have a problem with it getting rolled back.
If they roll those things back, I understand. We free. Would it put any type of freedom or anything that was made right by those laws in jeopardy?
No, I don't think it would. I mean,
they're
gonna stop you from voting. They're gonna stop you from what? So pretty much Civil Rights Act, you was able to vote without hassle. What, they gonna resegregate schools? I doubt they're gonna do that. They're not gonna resegregate schools. I'm not going to the back of the bus. I promise you that. I mean, it'll be a real fun time if you tried to make me, but I don't think I'm going back to the bus. I don't think none of the other grown ass men on here going back to the back of the bus either, or stepping off the sidewalk when a white man walks by, or a white man calling me boy or any shit like that. So yeah, I highly, highly doubt, it's highly unlikely, that any of the shit that, our ancestors fought for in order to, get the much needed the much needed rights to be passed or laws to be passed. We're not going backwards, bro. We're just not.
Okay. Aaron, what you think?
I'll push that bus off a fucking cliff, but no, I don't know what these protections are protecting or why they would even want to roll them back. I mean, if it's like some exorbitant cost that this is costing, all right, let's have that conversation, but I don't think that's what it is. I don't have a problem keeping the protections in place. I kind of have one eye open on like why. My question is why the rollback? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Furthermore, the protections now for Black people anyway. Look, we need to go after these HOAs, right? The HOAs are the fucking problem now. And if this rollback ends up being for nefarious reasons, the Black wealth that does exist needs to form their own damn HOAs. How do you hear me? DMV, Atlanta, Houston, and shit.
Yeah, what's up with HOAs, man?
Yeah, look, that's why that's the way, that's the workaround to the protections that are in place. Because you can't, the government, be it municipal, state, or federal, can't mandate or be caught even allowing nefarious or unethical practices. But a HOA is just a neighborhood of people getting together, agreeing on standards that can potentially alienate anybody, and they can change it. Oh, well, you got to have your grass cut if you want to live here. So you cut your grass. All of a sudden, oh, you have long grass if you want to live here. Well, you just said yesterday it's just got to be cut. Well, your trash can has to be on the left side of your driveway, not the right side of your driveway if you want to live here.
Oh, it's so annoying, man.
Yeah,
Seriously.
and you $100 because my trash can was on this side of the driveway as opposed to that side of the driveway, and I'm sitting on 2 acres. Your ass. But that's what we need to go after.
Okay. Jalen, what you think?
I think the protections I'm indifferent about. I think I don't really care either way if they stay in place or don't. The legal doctrine regarding the disparate impact, that's one of the legal doctrines that's used to bring civil rights cases to the DOJ. And basically, they have to prove that whatever implementation policy disproportionately affects a certain marginalized group. I'm okay with that being still in place. If they can actually prove that discrimination exists, I don't understand why we would get rid of a department that investigates those things. It's not like it's millions of people coming up with these complaints. Granted, they're still backed up because they're a federal department, but I don't see a problem with it being in place.
Okay. I guess when I look at the rollbacks, that was my question. Like, why? If it's not affecting anything at this point and nothing would change whether they're in place or not, why even mess with them? Right? Like, why do the work and spend the resources if we're so keen on money, right? Why even spend the money or the resources to roll back those things in the first place? So that's what gives me cause for pause when I'm just looking at it, from a surface level. Right? So if everybody going to defend themselves on a bus or on the sidewalk regardless, then just don't touch it if it ain't making no difference. So that's the part where I kind of just like, damn, I'm not so, you know what I mean? But
yeah, even what Aaron said with HOAs, they can literally find a loophole within those acts with HOAs. White people that are a part of HOAs literally find ways to keep certain people from moving into their neighborhoods. Now we already know what certain people mean. Mm-hmm. So regardless, they're still getting around the shit. So why get rid of it?
But wouldn't that right? Because that shows that there's a necessity, a need for it though. And since you said there are loopholes to get around it, doesn't that say strengthen it, not get rid of it?
Strengthen it how though?
Whatever loopholes you're talking about, close the loopholes.
Use it to get rid of the HOAs. That's the hammer to use to hit the HOA nail in the head.
Right. Yeah. Just saying, like whatever the solution is, I know the solution can't be less.
Wait, the HOA keep people out? How?
Yeah,
they can.
They're not even roped into the
process. They get very creative.
They are wild.
Some HOAs, you gotta meet certain requirements, or they want to interview you and all that kind of thing, or
really?
Yeah. So if you especially the higher you get up, bro, they gotta let you in them neighborhoods for the most part. And people complain about it all the time.
Yeah.
But no, what really happens to it, like Aaron was saying, it's not the people trying to get in, it's people that's already locked in. You're literally locked in, and now you have a board of people that don't stay in the neighborhood. And it was some people that whenever it got started, and then they change over, and not to the point down here in Florida, they had just made a law about the shit because people were losing their houses. So like he said, they find you on some bullshit or whatever, right? And now you put a fucking lien on the property. Now you lose your whole motherfucking property over $1,500 because they've been stacking up the things, you're just not aware of it. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. So it's super duper go ahead, Aaron, my bad.
And right, but on the back of that, pushing you out, let's say I want to come in and buy that house, they'll get together and buy that house from up under me.
Yep. That too, yeah. And that was another big part of it. So what happens is The HOA puts the fees on the motherfucker. Then you come to find out they have a collective fucking group, like you said, that buys all the fucking properties. You know what I'm saying, at the low. So now you know what I'm saying. So yeah,
the
man,
house
that
is
shit
up for 1.2. I offer 1.3. They 1.6.
Yeah, man.
Wow, that is
Because they're gonna turn around and sell it for 1.7 to one of somebody they want anyway.
I went to the meeting, you know, because there was dirt right on the side of the house, just dirt, nothing growing there. You know, it's too many trees, right? And that's how the other person had it. So I just smoothed it down, covered it with the paper and the gravel, so I can like pull the car to the side, you know. And so they kept on saying, "Oh, you can't do that, can't do it." And then they sent me like a pink piece of paper with a fine. I go to the meeting like, fuck. Nah. This motherfucker, the sprinkler system wasn't working. None of that shit. You let this old bastard just stay in here. I put the gravel down. Now y'all try to send. Hell nah, bro. But it's just like you said, the garbage can, shit like that. I'm like, what is happening? You know what I'm saying? Like the grass is the level, like all that. That shit is, yeah. But I never seen them keep anybody out. But I can understand how y'all broke it down.
It's very evil too, though, because there are people that are always going to want to take care of their lawns. There are people that are always going to want to do the right thing. And if an undesirable moves in and everybody but one person is keeping their yard up, but this is the eyesore and the curb appeal is being affected, sometimes that house deserves to get a little bit of attention.
Yeah, no, 100%. Okay. All right. Let me break it down then. Or y'all break it down. What you think about the rollback of those different things? I heard what y'all was saying, but just a synopsis for the people listening. Is it fantastic?
Like I said, I'm not concerned. Or I'm not say not concerned. I'm not. If they were to get rolled back, there's no way, and I'm saying this on purpose. I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm saying this purposely. There's no way that Black people will be able to be put back into the pre-civil rights, Jim Crow age, slavery era conditions. Just not possible. So that's why I'm not really concerned with it.
Got you. Aaron? Y'all, both you and Aaron also 6'5", over 260 pounds, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I believe, right, and because of that, I believe they're not going to have us go back to Jim Crow. But once upon a time, Jim Crow was some new shit we didn't see coming. What potential new shit are we exposing ourselves to? Ultimately, I just want this one simple question answered. Why? And what you going to do about the HOA?
Sean?
Yeah, nothing good can come out of rolling it back. Nothing good. It was put in place for a reason. If they can't, it wasn't on the ballot. Nobody on the ballot said, hey, roll these things back specifically. Even people who voted in that direction, I'm sure wasn't going to vote for against their own self-interest. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see a reason for rolling it back. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if we think about it, right? We think about how hard they're going for the Second Amendment. I think he just did an EO for the Second Amendment to strengthen that. And it's just like, yeah, it might be safe where I live, but I'm gonna keep that bitch on me regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I need them Second Amendment laws in place. You know what I'm saying? I need that shit to be free. So my thing is, just in case I need this shit, yeah, leave that shit alone. Because if it ain't bothering nobody, then why you bothering that shit? They have a reason for everything they're doing. And we got to remember that the Heritage Foundation wrote this shit. People who are inherently against people that look like us. Donald Trump didn't write this shit. I ain't gonna even put this shit on him. Pause. You know what I'm saying? He didn't write this shit. Just think about the author, and then it makes more sense.
That's a good point.
They ain't rolling back shit that has to do with the Jewish people. I guarantee you that.
Jalen? That's a good point. Jalen?
Like I said, keep it or don't, but my question would be, why get rid of it? Why roll it back? And if they can substantiate that, then get rid of it.
CT?
I already said what I had to say.
All right.
Nah, I did.
All right.
What was the question again, bro?
Tiff?
Go ahead.
I will say, I think everybody may want to go visit the new Jim Crow. It's by Michelle Alexander. It's a really good book. Check it out. And then the other thing that you may want to look into is the NAAGA. Knowledge is powerful.
Okay. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. That helps the channel the most.